It's Blitz Beach, folks. You told us you need to go to Blitz Beach. You said, Phil, you will love Blitz Beach. So here's the chance to find out. We've headed north on business and thought, let's mix it with pleasure as we search Blitz Beach here on the Lancashire coast above Liverpool and see what we can find.
Can you see what I can see? Oh my, that is absolutely stunning. Quick, let's go see it. Oh look, oh wow. Oh, look at this. We found this. Now I'm not quite sure what it is, but
well, it's a gorgeous day. We're having a heat wave here in Great Britain. It's fantastic, but there's a lovely breeze coming in off the sea. Possibly you're picking up a little bit of wind noise, but we are glad of that nice cool sensation because it's been hot. But we're gonna have a search now here on the beach. This place is steeped in history. I've been reading up on it and I understand that this rubble goes right underneath the Lancashire golf course behind us and stretches for 2 miles along the coast. So I'll tell you more about the history later, but for the moment I want to get searching, hopefully start finding. Come on.
Now this is where we have to make decisions. There are a lot of bricks up along the top edge there. Phil would love it up there. I'm not sure how many bricks he'll find with names still on. And then we got a small edge along there that's had things washing up. And then there's the sandy beach with a line of bits and pieces along there. Plus odds and ends in the middle. So where do I go? Do I go to the top, middle or bottom? Oh, I can see a bit of glass. We wander along here, lots of green Grolsch bottle type glass, but I've just seen some pretty glass that I know is not a Grolsch bottle. There it is. Oh, that's nice. Little bit of aqua glass there, and oh, it looks like we could be finding a lot of sea glass. Look at this. Just in one area. Ooh, it bodes good for glass. Or does it bode well? Bodes well for glass. I think that's how you say it, isn't it? I'm so excited. I can't even think how to speak. Ah, there's a residue of a jellyfish there. He's not looking very well. I wonder if we'll see any more jellyfish. So let's work our way down to that bottom strip along there, which is easily identifiable by all the bricks. I'll see what we can find. I've had a little look along the bottom strip. I'm now going to have a little look along this top strip while I let you know what I thought I'd find today. Now, I didn't know what to expect really, so I thought, well, I know I'm going to find bricks. Maybe my biggest aim would be to find sea glass. Well, now I'm here. This is just a little handful of sea glass I found already. Then I know there's plenty of that here, so I want a challenge. So I'm going to challenge myself to find something that's maybe is a household item that got ploughed in with everything else. Something, not a brick, not glass, but from a house. I think I may have set the bar quite high. Is that a pipe then? Surely not. Is it? No. Oh, look at that. If only it had a hole in through it, it would be a pipe stem, but it's not. Oh, how disappointing. Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Hello. I've been just picking up little bits and pieces. Of course, I couldn't resist a little bit of tile with a few letters on it because it's still little.
It is.
I love that pattern. Now, that's the back of a tile. I didn't know what it was at first, but then I realised it's a tile. We have aeroplanes present.
I think so too. It's a bit noisy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's actually the reverse of a tile, but the way it's actually smoothed it away, it looks a really interesting pattern.
It does.
There's another little bit of tile.
Right.
That was weird. But it's not stone.
It's wood, is it?
No, it feels almost, I don't know, it feels almost like rubber or something.
Interesting.
It's very strange, but it caught my eye on the beach of pipe stem.
Oh wow, you found some pipe stem. Well done.
So that bodes well, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, excellent. We just found something we thought was pipe stem and it wasn't.
And I quite like that one as well.
Oh, very cute.
Because when you turn it over,
Oh, even cuter.
it's two-tone.
Very nice.
It's a bit like that earth sign, doesn't it?
It does.
There we go. So that's my finds. Just ooh.
They're mine. I'll pop those there.
Oh, that's your fraudulent pipe stem,
Yes,
isn't it?
and while I'm at it, I have to go down here because I've just seen a really nice square piece of sea glass. So we'll have that as well. Right, I had a quick look along there, which is where we found the pretending pipe stem. So I'm now on the top section. If I do a little bit of a search through each section, I'll know which piece I want to particularly be in. The sun is in completely the wrong direction. All you can see is my shadow. Hello. Let's have a look, and don't forget, shout if you see something. What's that lump of green? Oh no, is that slag glass? I think it could be. Really sparkly in the sunshine, but I'm not quite sure. I think it's slag glass. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. It'd be great. We'll keep it in. Obviously, even though I said I'd like to find something household related, I'm also always game for a gold doubloon. So if you see a gold doubloon, shout extra loud. But I'm not really expecting you to shout, "I see the doubloon, I see the doubloon." What's this? This looks like one of those like dado raily things from tiles. If I turn that way, let's have a look on the other side. Oh no, that's pretty. I don't know what that looked like before it landed in the sea and got washed to death. But it's like blue and pink marble effect, and that's really pretty. Very. I can't even say that it reminds me of a particular time because the colours are quite modern, blues and pinks. So, but it's been in the sea far too long to be a modern piece. I'm not sure. What do you reckon? How old do you think that little bit of tile is? Who's doing all that banging?
Me.
What are you up to, Mr. Johnson?
I have found a bit of cast iron.
Oh, right. Just come and have a look.
A jellyfish.
Yes, we found a few of those too.
And I found a brick.
Oh, what's on your brick?
Now, I noticed you said what's on your brick, and I understand why. Because after all, we have just walked through about 2,500 bricks to get to this point, and I suddenly discover I found a brick.
Yeah.
But it's because there is a word written on it. RPB. So something.
Yes, Latham. Latham.
LATHOM, do you think?
Don't think we've had one of those before.
Definitely haven't had one of those before. And look at that.
Oh wow, it's a
Feel
piece of
how
iron.
smooth that is.
Yes, it is smooth. It's very heavy.
Extremely smooth.
Yep.
So I'm impressed with its smooth.
Do you reckon that's worth £1 million?
No.
Oh. And there is the jellyfish. He doesn't look very well in the sunshine, does he? Well, there is no shortage of bricks. They're everywhere. This one's got some writing on it. Let's have a look. This is Riaban Brick Company. No, Riaban Brick Terracotta. I've seen quite a lot of those. And oh, what's that yellow? All of that. It's not ridged pottery, it's ridged glass. It's like a yellow glass with a covering of white ridged glass on the outside. Oh, look at the pattern on that one. That's really interesting. Nothing on the back, but it's very black. Now, was that in the fire when all the houses were bombed, or is it part of a chimney? And that's why there's all this blackness on it. And bricks. And more bricks.
And more bricks.
And more bricks as far as the eye can see. That's a nice chunk of sea glass. Ooh. Let's have a look. Where's the sunshine? Up there. Very nice. It's got some numbers and letters. AA88 on the bottom of that. We're not finding many big pieces like that, but lots of little pieces. Here's another little piece there. Oh, is that a bit of metal? Yeah, but a bit of, well, I don't know if it's just melted or been washed in the sea and corroded. Definitely well rounded. And here's a little piece of brick wall. Very neat and tidy. We found enough bits of brick wall over the years to build a house. And this is a strange stone. There's a lot of this. Oh, it feels like a sort of sandstone. Can you see it glistening? I don't know if you catch that on camera, but it is a really pretty one. Oh, there goes a seagull.
I found 6 bricks.
You found 6 bricks?
Yes, I think finding a brick is not the point today, is it?
No.
We are on Blitz Beach.
If you didn't find a brick, I'd be worried.
Well, when you think that in 1 week, during May of 1941, in 1 week, 12,000 properties were destroyed in the Blitz here in Liverpool and Bootle. 20,000 people were made homeless. There were almost 200 bombing raids on this area in 1 week. In fact, they reckon the vast majority of the Blitz rubbish that's here was put here in 1 month during May 1941. Absolutely incredible. So there's going to be a fair few bricks.
Yes, there is.
It certainly is. So these are my bricks.
Right, let's have a look what you got there, Mr. Johnson.
This is my brick collection.
Oh, we're the wrong way round. Let's come up here and have a look. So we've got launchwood, possibly haunchwood, and Monk's
Newell, is it?
Newell something? Can't quite
Probably
see.
Brick Company on the bottom.
And we got RPB2, Latham, Des, Riaban Brick Terracotta Co Limited, and oh, that's a pretty one.
It is, because I think that's got a date.
Right, 1812.
Yeah, it's now it could be a company registration number, but I think it could, it's an 1812 could be a date.
I can't see what's written on it. It's very nice.
Definitely says Brick here,
Yep.
Company 1812 Limited. I'm not sure what that word is.
If you recognise that, please let us know what brick it is, because we can't tell. Look at this. Isn't that exciting? It's just a piece of concrete. It was cast as a slab, but somebody's put an old penny in there. Oh, that's, if I put my finger there for size. Wow, that's a really interesting find. I don't think we'll take it with us. It's rather large, rather heavy, but look at that. You see my penny, Phil?
Yes, I'm just wondering if I could get the penny out.
I wouldn't thought so.
I think it's worth a try. You carry on searching and I'll have a go.
Well, here's some bits of scrap iron. Nothing I would identify as household though, so they're not actually covering what I was looking for. But look, that's a bit of the brick Phil found. So terracotta, I would imagine that top circle was there. And this one is 1912. So a different date. Trying to get up here because here you can see the erosion going on there. Where I can't see over there, but if I lift that up, right up there is more of all this rubble. It's been loaned over in some places for the golf course, and then it's spilling out on the edges here.
There you go.
Oh, you've done it. Let's have a
Well,
look.
I've got it down to a size where I can take it home.
Oh, that's very reasonably sized. Oh,
And now I
that's
can
nice.
try and excavate the penny.
Or leave it in. I like it left in. I think
Right,
that
yeah.
on a plinth from Blitz Beach would be wonderful. What do you reckon, everyone? Do you think that's the sort of thing to keep and put on a plinth?
I'm with you there. See if I can polish it up.
Oh, yes. Ah, look, here's some lino. Well, that is a piece of rubble. And next door to it, oh, is this lino that looks very similar. Now, I love collecting lino. Somebody has informed me, be very careful because some of this lino does have asbestos in it. But what I'm thinking of doing is laminating all mine so it's completely sealed. But I can see another bit. Oh, Phil spotted it.
There we go. And I should point out
Oh, look.
that the London Brick Company 4 Press is following us everywhere.
It is. There's another one there. But I'm more interested in my lino. Look at that. 2 really nice pieces. Oop. I'm happy with those. Whoa, look at the size on that. I wonder what that was off. It's glass. It's ridged. Still no ridged pottery, but that's the second piece of ridged glass. Let's have a look for the sunshine. You're not seeing through that. Ooh, I wonder what that was. Do you have any ideas? Have you seen anything this thick, this black? Let me know. Oh, look. Look at the size of that bit of lino. Oops. Sorry if it's bumpy. Well, I wanted to find something other than sea glass or bricks, and I think I've covered my end of that. Look at that. Another piece. Let's get, what's that there? Oh, it's the bottom of a boat, which I think a dog's bitten into. We'll take that, put it in the bin.
I found an unusual brick.
Oh, an unusual brick.
Yes.
Oh, that's got 2 for 6, 10 holes in.
Right, that's not what's unusual.
Right.
It's yellow, which makes it less usual. But what's interesting is normally with these holes, they go all the way through.
Right.
They don't.
So
Hence,
oh no, we can't
on
see
the
you.
other side,
Oh,
we
cliff.
have a company name, and that I think makes this a very interesting brick.
It is. That's a really nice find.
And I am stood on a really nice find,
Oh, right.
which I shan't be taking home with me.
What have you found? Oh,
A rather
look at that.
large, riveted, what would it have been, water tank perhaps?
It looks like it could be, yeah.
Sort of big tank you found in the
Whoa,
attic of the
that is
building.
huge, isn't it? You stand back on it again, just for us to get another look at how big it is.
Give you a proportion with my big feet
There you go.
on this big lump of metal.
Phil's big feet on a lump of metal.
I love the row of pop rivets there. Gorgeous.
Oh, and look at the size on that piece of water sea glass there. That's nice.
I tell you what, looking at scrap metal, unusual bricks, beautiful sea glass, but look at that stone.
Oh, let's turn around and have a
Oh,
look.
isn't that lovely?
Oh,
I
that
know
is
we've got quite a
very
few rock
pretty.
hounds out there who really appreciate the
Look
stones.
at that. Absolutely stunning, that one. Whoa, look at that. Wonder what that was. It's a beautiful stone. I don't know if the camera's picking up the sparkles in that.
It's a sandstone,
Beautiful, isn't it?
which means it's easy to carve. It's been carved here, which means it's been designed to fit onto something. I would have said that was a beautiful piece of carved stone when it got demolished or even blitzed and ended up here and has been washed for 80 years, but still leaving that telltale sign, look.
So let's have a look for perspective. That's my hand there. And then after the gap, there's another one, virtually 2 hands there. So do you think you're going to carry that home?
I would love to have that as a feature in my garden,
You're not going to though, are you?
but I've already got some bricks, so I don't think I can manage it. Look at that.
Oops.
It's one of them rope
Oh,
top
edgings for a garden path in a Victorian house.
tiles.
Lovely, yes.
It looks like, isn't it?
I wonder if we haven't found many of those here though, funnily enough. I wonder if people have come down and taken those for their gardens.
We're not finding a great deal of scrap, but as I said to Caroline, if you think about it, during the war, they didn't just throw away scrap metal. It was a precious commodity. They couldn't import as much as they wanted. Although, in fairness, the reason why Liverpool was the second most blitzed city next to London is because around 90% of all of our imports, particularly from the USA, were coming in through Liverpool port. So scrap would have been taken out of the rubble, melted down and reused. But there is quite a bit of cable around here, metal cable and reinforced concrete. Possibly from the Blitz, but possibly from Fort Crosby, which was here. Now, Fort Crosby was, the actual works began on it in 1906. It was commissioned for the First World War and guns were put in place, but they were never fired in anger. However, in the Second World War, they really did make use of this part of the coast to try and protect Liverpool and the ships coming in. Because as well as the anti-tank guns, which there are still, I believe, 4 concrete plinths in amongst the sand dunes that can be identified and the bunkers below, even though the sand has now covered the vast majority of it. In addition to those, they added 2 6-inch guns and put some real heavy firepower here in order to defend this part of the coastline. So of course, where those buildings have been abandoned after the Cold War and many of them have now been destroyed, we're possibly finding rubbish from there as well as the stuff from the 1930s. But an interesting place and a place full of history.
Does anybody need a piece of firewood? It just looks like a little piece of firewood until I put my foot on it. Look at the size on that. We go to the end. Oh, that's got to be 12 inches by 12 inches. I wonder what that came off. Oh, that would keep you in firewood for a couple of days, wouldn't it? Look at this bit of wall. Now it just looks like a brick wall. I don't know if you're picking up the contours yet, but if I come down like this and across.
It's very Dali-esque.
It is. You'd swear Salvador Dali designed that, and it's not. It's just been washed by the sea, but oh, it's lovely. It goes ooh, ooh. That is lovely. I'd really like to have that in my garden, but if I put my hand there for perspective, that's staying firmly in its place.
Look, there's a little rusty hook there. That was once nailed in there for a purpose.
Little rusty hook stuck in firmly.
And I found another one of those rope tops.
Oh,
a black one.
That's nice. Oh, that's interesting. Very good. Oh, what's over here on that tile? Oh, I thought it was geese flying, but I don't think it is. I think it's some sort of random pattern. Aha, I was looking for something household, and I found this little doll spatula or a child spatula for a play set. That is a really nice thing to find, and I can also see some yellow plastic here. I don't know what it is or how old it is. Right, I don't know what that is, but it's plastic, so we'll take it, and if it isn't anything, I'll put it in the bin.
Look at that.
What have you got? Oh, that
because
is
of where
nice.
we are, isn't that lovely?
Yes, wow.
The back door lock of somebody's house, do you think?
I would have thought so, yep.
Yeah, and the partner on that.
Lovely.
I love it.
It's amazing what you do find here. I did think when we first got here, no, it's just going to be a lot of bricks. And as you know, bricks are Phil's subject, not mine. And then I saw some glass and I thought, ooh, there are a few bits of glass, and now I've seen just how many bits of glass there are. But we are finding really obscure bits and pieces too that we didn't expect to find. So that's quite nice. It makes the trip a little bit more varied than if it was just the same bricks and things like that. I do love a little bit of variety. Oh, look what I found. I found a ball. It's a bit of a squash ball, but I found a ball. What is a mudlark or a beachcomb without finding a ball? And here's our glass bottle stopper. No, it's a plastic disc. Oh, we'll take that home, put it in the bin.
When Mr. Tom Burley heard that we were up here and he was hoping to come to Blitz Beach at some point, he decided to make his way over from Yorkshire. So we're just going to go to the car park to meet him and have a look together and see what we can find.
Look at this handsome chap. He's borrowing Phil's hat and he wears it very well, doesn't he? It's made of metal. But no, we're not going any lower than that.
Putting my hat on and standing next to this guy shows you the perspective. What's incredible is that we are on Crosby Beach. We're just below Blitz Beach. where we've been filming, and there are 100 of these things here. So Anthony Gormley made 100 human forms out of cast iron, stuck them on 1 meter plinths, which they rammed into the ground. Took them 3 weeks to set up the display. But what I didn't realise until our visit today was this was never meant to be a permanent display. That these had actually been already displayed in Germany, Belgium and in Norway before came here, put on display in 2005, and then the following year they were on their way to New York. I'm sorry to everyone in New York, you lost out, because the decision was taken that they belonged here, that they saw fitted the landscape, that they saw represented something majestic about this location and this area, that they've never moved. And 16 years on, he's here, they're all here, spread out over 2 miles of beach, which I think is an incredible art installation and worthy of admiration.
What do you think? Oh yes, I think it's very good. Yes, I'm now a YouTube star too. Thank you very much. You'll use this hat and hold that there. There, that is now known as a modesty hat, because there is something behind that hat. I'm not saying what it is. I'll leave that to your imagination. We're wandering along the beach with that pair of legs which belong to Tom. We're having a look to see what we can find. And there are, as expected, even more bits of plain white pottery, little bits of glass, stones, bricks. Look how much red is there. Oh, that's a pretty piece of glass. Of some sort of Sunday dish. What's that? Don't know. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's nice. Another piece of fireplace, I think.
Possibly.
But the glaze is a bit worn.
I have a brick.
Oh, rare.
It's a Marston brick.
Yep.
And I've put my foot on a stone here, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I would say that possibly a gate post sat there, and this was the threshold to someone's garden or home. That's definitely served a good purpose in the past.
It's been used for quite a few years.
Yeah, and something has worn its way into there.
That's very nice.
There's a little pile of stuff there, and on the bottom there seems to be a brick. Has that got words on it?
Right, some mudlark perhaps has left this year, or beachcomber. What's that? That's a ceramic wheel caster off a table or a chair, I think. And a piece of tile still on the wall. Oh, that's interesting.
F-Co.
F-Co. Don't think we've had one of those, have we?
No.
And a big blob of concretey stuff made of bricks. What you got now, Mr. Johnson?
Now, I spotted this little bit of what I think is possibly domestic electricity from a while ago.
Could well
There's
be.
something written on the side there, and it's definitely Bakelite.
Boing.
I'm sure someone out there is going to tell me what it is. But as I found it, I then noticed something absolutely stunning.
Absolutely stunning.
There is a beautiful piece of red stone. Look, that's obviously part of the structure.
Get my shadow out of the way. Oh yes, I wonder what that was off. You can see all the marks here where the stonemason was chiseling away to get the shape. There's a little bit of sparkle to it. Something would have fitted in here. I wonder what that was off, but it's amazing to think that once upon a time that was on a huge building.
Yes, and what's more, that I thought was good, but what is behind you I think is absolutely awesome. What would you say?
Oh, look at that.
Top of a doorway or something?
Yes,
forming an arch?
An arch there. Look at the sparkle as well. It's absolutely beautiful.
When that was sharp, that would have been... That's off something smart. That's off a big church or...
I tell you what, it looks a little bit like a font. It comes up here and
look
around there.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was a font. It's absolutely gorgeous. No, we can't take that home. What a shame. It is huge.
If I just put my foot there just to give an idea, that is the sort of size we're looking at. And of course today, although I have my Pop Your Wellies t-shirt on, it's 27 degrees.
You didn't pop your wellies on, did you?
So I didn't pop my wellies on, they're in the car. I have a brick.
Ooh, let's have a look at your brick, Mr. Johnson.
Now, on a previous occasion, we found a brick similar to this.
Right.
Remember? Holes in the
Oh,
back.
yes.
Yellow brick.
Yeah.
But different company.
All right. Bowers?
Mr. Bowers, is it?
Oh,
MR
yes.
Bowers.
Here's a big stone. You can see my shadow? Hello. And right in the middle of this big stone is this. It's a little hole. Now my shadow's in it. And there's a little stone in there. There you go. Look at that. I wonder what that little hole was for. I think it probably had a reason. It does look very man-made.
It could be from when this stone was taken out of the quarry to be used.
Right.
They would have drilled and then exploded, and that could be the end of the drill hole.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Because I've seen marks like that in slabs of stone underground after we drilled and blew it up.
Right.
You'd get a sort of little round hole at the end where the drill went. That's just a possibility. It may also have been to hold something specific, but that's a possibility from the quarry.
Ooh, is this a little bit of a stoneware jar? Oh yes, I think it is. I don't think that's off an insulator. On the other hand, it is very shiny inside, so it could be part of an insulator. But these cliffs seem to be dropping little bits and pieces all the time. But then again, there are such a lot of people walking along here looking for things that have dropped out. Very unlikely to find many exciting things unless they came down this morning. But that doesn't mean we won't find anything. Kitchen furniture. Oh, look at that. It's a bit of chair, is it?
Looks like, doesn't it? It's definitely the leg of a chair.
Yep, or a table.
Yeah, not much left of it now.
There's not. I wouldn't want to sit on that. We just pulled this. This is a very grubby piece of fabric out of the ground. I wonder what that was. Let's have a look. Doesn't seem to have pleats in it. I can't find any buttonholes or anything. That's fixed there, but is that just a bit of rust, I think? Oh, I think it was somebody's pinny. That's what I'm going to guess at. Oh, I'm going to take that because I love vintage fabric. Ooh, do you think this is a bit of a chimney? Or a bit of like a sink that they built out of stones? Is it from a stables? What do you think that is, Phil?
I'm not sure. I thought chimney at a distance, but it seems to be solid. It seems to be on concrete, so that's coming up out of the floor.
So, I think maybe something feeding trough for horses. What do you reckon?
Could be. It's not fire brick, so they can't be
not for heat.
I have an interesting brick here.
Oh, what does it say? I can't see.
Well, the reason it's interesting is because it says Accrington.
Accrington.
And the reason that's interesting is because I was asked in comments on a previous video when we were at Yorkshire with Tom, did you find an Accrington brick? And I made the mention of the fact I thought I had, and Lynn Bean said, yes you did, Phil, you found one when you were with us, which I remembered was true because you told us on that day Accrington always reminds you of
Accrington Stanley,
because your dad used to play the pools and he used to watch it on a Saturday and they'd give the results. So there we are, an Accrington brick. But I have to tell you,
go on then,
behind you over there, about, can you see?
Behind me over there.
Look at
oh
that.
Gosh, we've got to go and see that.
Go and take a closer look.
Before I go, can you see it? Can you see what I can see? Oh my, that is absolutely stunning. Quick, let's go see it. Look at that. Oh wow, that is amazing. Look at the carving on that stone. If I put my hand there, you can just get some sort of perspective of size. Oh, that's amazing. Just lying on the beach. Wow, you can see the red sandstone behind, and then there's this carved stone. Let's see if I can move my shadow out of the way. Oops, it's falling over there. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a really special find. It won't be coming home with us. It's far too heavy.
That's got to be a piece of a column. See, they stood on top of each other. See the shape there, and then they interlock.
Oh yes, wow. So if we look up there,
spilling out, look.
It's coming from the banking.
Can you see there, the piece with the slot in? I think that's a Masonic sign.
Yes, there's the sign of the mason.
The mason has made his sign there, so that you know who made it.
Oh wow, and there's lots of it here. You can see the lines on it. Oh wow, look. There's so much history just hidden in this little area here. It's absolutely unbelievable. Wow.
We'll do now.
Look, here's another piece. You can see the carving on that. That isn't so big, but it's still too heavy to carry home with us. But here's another huge piece of stone. If I put my foot there, and all those little squares that's been carved out, obviously for a reason, probably to match up things, perhaps. Put pegs in to line them up.
Interlock.
Yeah. But then there's something over here.
You've got a 1 and a 2, and maybe that arrow is to say which way up it goes.
Yes.
And then see the notch there to lock into another
Wow,
one.
look at that.
Like a huge jigsaw.
Yes.
More domestic, isn't it?
Look at this. Wow. All those pretty coloured tiles. Probably, I would say, from a Victorian house. When we had Victorian house, it was similar to this in the passageway. What's that little bit of metal there? Oh, there's one of those. Oh, it's a tin opener. Useful if you want to open a tin of soup.
Oh, I tell you what. I bet that end's still usable.
Oh yes, that would make a nice bottle opener, wouldn't it? Oh,
I'm going to try it.
Why not?
I'm going to try that.
What is this red furry thing that I see before me? It's a ball. It's a Christmas ball. What is a mudlark or a beachcomb or a Johnson's video without finding a ball?
Ooh.
Catch!
Ah!
I'm a useless thrower. There.
Concrete.
What am I looking at?
Here. How on earth did that end up in the concrete?
That.
It's like as if people took these tiles and used them for a concrete mix.
Oh,
It's
look,
under a slate,
it's
like.
terrible. Fancy doing that. Oh. Well, I suppose they needed it for concrete and they didn't need it for anything else, so needs must. Very pretty though. Wish I could get that out. Not a chance, I don't think. Look at this shoe. What is this?
Wow. That's a huge chunk of
It is. No, I was hoping that it had a dip in there and it was something like a water sink, but I think it's possibly something to hold beams up in a church or a municipal building, something like that. I think it's marble and it's shaped. There's only, I can't see any more bits of it. Nope, so it's the only bit on this part. There's another piece of red carved stone, you can see the lines there. And then there's this piece here with another hole where something went into.
There's a lighter one behind you, see there?
Let's have a look, where to?
Just here.
Oh
And
yes!
it seems to have an S carved in the side from where I'm standing.
I wonder if that is the sign
like a
of
shadow.
the stonemason. And that looks like the foot of a big pillar or a column. Oh, I wonder what else we've got to find. This is so interesting. What have you found, Mr. Johnson?
I want to take this home.
What is it?
I think it'd make a good step for my shed.
Oh, look at that. Oh yes, that's a very grand step, isn't
It'd
it?
be perfect, wouldn't it?
It would.
Put it outside my new shed.
You're not going to get that in your backpack.
It's got that sense of presence and
Oh, yes.
occasion that my shed deserves. See, I can go like this, step by step.
Wow. Oh yeah, that is pretty impressive. And I would quite like that as a shed step, but I really don't think you're going to get that home.
Maybe Tom will help me carry it.
I think it would take more than you and Tom and me and
Tom
a herd
gave
of
me a
wild
thumbs
horses.
up, so I think we're alright.
Right, well, there we go. So Phil and Tom are going to try carrying that home.
Can you imagine that in the back of our car?
Look at this chunk of wood. It's got a hole in it. Oh, what a shame. It's in too deep to get out. But look, that was made for something, wasn't it? Possibly an old window frame in something. It's washed grey from the sea. And then more bricks. Oh, Hancote. Hancote Accrington. But it's a shaped brick. Oh, I like that. It's one of those ones for going round the corner. Oh, thank you, Tom. Pulled out that piece of wood for us. He's useful to have around, you know. Look at that. That's really... There's another bit of a hole there. And this end, oops, has got like an end that's been made off to fit into something. Any ideas what that is, Tom? No. There we go.
That's
The short, sweet answer.
That's part of a mortise and tenon joint.
Yes.
So that would have gone into something else.
Mm.
And possibly that would have picked up on the tops of things. So this may have gone on. There could have been another one here.
But,
so this could be a beam.
But we still don't know what is a beam of.
Beam across the top with pieces coming down.
Right. There we go.
That's right, see? See, we're going up. Oh, good grief.
It's very heavy, isn't it? It must be oak.
There you go.
Oak, depending on how you say it. What
I got
was
that.
There? Oh, what's that?
Well, it looks a bit like a filler cap off a tractor or something.
Yes.
So it could be off a lorry or something of the 1930s. That type of thing. Screw-on cap.
Look at this really weird thing here. It seems to be made from concrete. Lots of different layers all joined together. At first I thought it was a carved stone, but it's not. It seems to be lumps of concrete glued together somehow. Very strange. And also I've seen something else I want to go look at. Sorry about the bumpy ride. This is so uneven underfoot. Look at that. Holes all along. I don't know if that maybe held railings, do you think? I'm not quite sure. Oh, they had down this side as well. And then a little trough. Right, show you my foot on it. You can see some sort of perspective. What on earth was that? It's pretty impressive. But what was it? There's so many mystery items here today. And again, if I show you up the beach, as far as the eye can see are bricks. Bricks and more bricks. I think I can see another piece of like a reeded column. Well, not like a reeded column, I think it is a reeded column. And, oh look, oh wow. Oh, look at this. Oh, look what I found. It's got a gargoyle on it. Let's get my shadow out the way. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, let's see how big that is. Oh, look. Come and see this, Phil. I was heading for a column and I found this with a gargoyle.
Oh, wow.
That is pretty impressive.
I'm impressed.
That's got to be find of the day.
Yep, I'm going to concede there. That is find of the day.
I think it's probably far too heavy to take with us. Would you like to try picking it up?
I think what we'll do is if me and Tom leave the step from the shed here and take that instead.
Yeah, good idea.
Look, see if I can clear a bit of space around and see what's there.
Looks like some sort of pediment, doesn't it? Oh, look, it goes right down, does it? It's not an arch, is it?
Seems to be the end.
You still can't lift it though, can you? I'll carry on walking over to our column, which is a lovely column, but just feels like a bit of an anticlimax after my gargoyle. Oh, I don't think it is a column. It's possibly a step, or it could be part of a column. It's huge. I would imagine that if it was a column, it had another few pieces around it as well to make it into a very big column. And over there's an arch. Let's go have a look at this arch. Careful everyone, it's a little bit precarious underfoot. Look at that, it's a stone arch, well, half an arch. Isn't that wonderful? Oh wow, I have never seen so much interesting fallen down architecture in one piece in my life. There's another lump down there of something. I'm not going to go that far because it is getting difficult underfoot for me now, but you can see. And then what else is just scattered in all this? It's just unbelievable. I never thought that we'd find all this today. We found this. Now I'm not quite sure what it is, but do you think that that is the end of a bomb? Doesn't seem to have a nose cone attached, but that doesn't mean that isn't a bomb, does it? Nothing in it. It's very rusted. It could be just a metal bollard, but
it was hollow, so could well have
hollow.
had explosives in. And of course there would be an awful lot of bits of bombs around after the Blitz and
what do you
everything else.
reckon?
I don't know.
Do you think there's a bit of bomb or just a bit of metal? Well, we've come this far up the beach, and I think that we've probably seen, I'm saying this now, I'll regret saying this, I think we've probably seen as much as we're going to see. It'll be more of the same. What's that down there? Oh, I've got to go and look.
This now for the next mile.
If I can show you sort of there, I think it is. It won't look anything like that when I put this on the big camera. But sort of there, I've just got to go have a look and then we'll turn back. Honestly, we will turn back then. An update from Caroline Johnson, the intrepid explorer. It was definitely worth carrying on to see this. Let's go further. Look at that. Is that amazing? Or is that amazing? Look, if I put my hand there, you can see the perspective. Look at it. It's enormous. Let's go around this side. Oh wow, that must have been at the top of a column. Let's go over here. Have a look around the back, which would have been the top there. There's a little bit of an arch here, but I don't think that's actually associated with that bit directly. But look at it. Let's go have a closer look. I don't know how close I can get with this camera without it going out of focus. Hopefully you can see it. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing. And it's just lying that close to the sea. Wow. What a place to come. Well, this certainly hasn't disappointed. And there are still interesting bits everywhere, but I think it's time for us to go.
No, it's not.
No, have you found anything exciting?
Well, I found something interesting. I found something you've been looking for. Because you said that you'd like today, possibly to find during our visits here, something a bit domesticated.
Oh yes.
So to go with your tin opener.
Oh, scissors! Hey.
Scissors.
Look at that, I can snip away at not much. It's a completely rusted, but yes, it's a scissors. Correct. Look at this metal bit here. Now I don't know what it is, but it's interesting. It's got like this iron banding on it, which seems to be decorative. And then there's a bottom on it there. Do you think it's an old gas bottle or something? Seems a little bit posh for a gas bottle, doesn't it? But it could be. And it isn't that these are posh, it's just that they've rotted away. Or is it some sort of tea urn or something else? What do you reckon? There are so many mystery objects on this beach today. Whoa, look at all those words. Winnie Hill Plastic, Winhill, Brick Co. Limited, Accrington.
Oh, it's Accrington again.
Accrington is everywhere today. Well, not everywhere, but it's on a lot of bricks we find. Now I did say we were turning back. But oh, it's just so tempting to carry on. What should I do? Should I turn back or should I carry on? What do you think? I can hear some of you saying, oh, you must be so tired, Caroline. Why don't you turn around and go home? But I can hear the majority of you saying, go on, go on, go on, look for more, look for more. We'll go on a little bit further and see how we do.
As the man with 3 bricks in his bag, I'm still willing to go a little further. Inspired by that last architectural piece, I just think we've got to have a little look further down. Okie dokie.
I found something else. We have to go see it. Now, I'm going to take you for a walk with me. You'll probably get a bit of motion sickness if you're prone to it, but I'm going to show you just how rough underfoot this is, and I am walking very carefully. Everything is so lumpy and bumpy. But you can see getting closer to it that it's definitely worth a look. Oh, look at that. Wow, look at the carving on there. If I put my hand there, you can see for perspective, it's huge. Oh, that is beautiful. And then if we look there, there's another bit of, I don't know if it's pediment off the top of something, I think, and it's actually upside down. Oh, look. Over here, hold tight. Here we go. Over here we've got probably the bottom of a column. Oh, and look, here's another pediment type thing there. Oh, this is just heaven for anybody who loves architecture. And I'm not a big person for architecture. I wasn't thinking, oh, I can't wait to go find some architecture, but I'm slowly falling in love with it. And there you can see in the distance, I think it's there, can't tell because my screen is too small, is the last bit that we looked at. Looking resplendent in the sunshine. What have you got, Mr. Johnson?
I gotta be honest, I feel like out of my depth with all of the beautiful architectural pieces you'll find in.
Why is that?
Because they're beautiful and they're massive.
Yes.
But at least I've got things I could take home.
Right, what have you got? Oh, it's a piece of fireplace.
It is, but it kind of looks as if it's architecture all of its own. It almost looks like something from the 1930s. It's got that fan look to it, isn't it?
Yes, I think only possibly because it's snapped.
It's definitely because it's snapped. But, you know,
Yeah.
it's beautiful to me.
That's good. I'm glad you think it's worth
And
carrying
it's going
home.
in my bag.
And what
As
else you got?
is this, as we now know, is one of them yellow bricks that I've already carried 2 big full ones back.
So you're going to take that broken
Well,
bit as well, yeah?
Have a look at it. See how smooth it is? I thought the shape, the form and everything else, make a beautiful candle holder. Just put a single candle in the centre there, and I think that would look quite good.
Right, so you're taking that with you, yeah?
I am. I think that's a work of art. 2 works of art, folks. Come on, back me up, will you?
So I think you're bonkers. But I'm going to take everybody up here because I've seen something else huge.
Go on, leave me with my works of art.
You put your works of art in your bag. We're going up here over the bumpy ground again, so sorry again. That's all I seem to do is apologise for how lumpy and bumpy this ground is. But can you see what I can see? And it's not a little tiny pipe stem. It's not a little piece of glass. It's another bit of floor. Look at that! Oh, that is absolutely amazing. You know, people go on holidays to Greece to see all these wonderful things, and all you've got to do is come here. Wow! If I go over and put my hand there to show you perspective, this thing is enormous. Let's go round the back very carefully, trying not to fall over. You can see the depth on that. That's pretty impressive. Oh, there's just, words cannot describe how much fun this is. Finding all these wonderful things. When I came out today to Blitz Beach and thought Phil is going to just love seeing all the bricks, but they won't be much for me, I never imagined this sort of architecture. It's just unbelievable. It's the only way to describe it, really. Unbelievable. Look at this. Oh, I wonder if that's supposed to be a crown. I put my foot on it again for perspective. Look at that. I wonder who carved that. They must have taken such great pride in carving that. What an achievement. Mr. Johnson, with your very messy car.
It is rather. This is full.
Yeah.
As you press in there, there's another 3 bricks in there. There's 2 there I carried in my hand. There's more bricks there from previous luck. We've got loads of things. But folks, what we've got here is incomparable with what we've left over there. Because the big stuff was big, but it was beautiful. But now I think I deserve something cool. So I've got a bottle of Beck's Blue. And of course, I didn't think I had a bottle opener.
Ooh, look at that.
But we found one on the beach.
No expense spared.
So, all systems go, if it'll work.
Perhaps not. Ah, there you go. Look at that.
If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. And of course, if you know anybody else that would enjoy it, share it with all your friends. But most importantly, till the next time, have fun. Bye.
Bye.